I could find very little to be very positive about, like so many residents here seem to have trouble with that. You know, you've been here a while, you might want to either think about leaving or trying to make things better in the community. And I said, what's something that's on a human scale I could participate in and maybe make a little better? Maybe make some improvement. And I said, hey, maybe the Calaveras River. It's a great natural resource. It's like a wild and scenic river of our own, if you want to think of it that way, but it takes a little work to get it there. The Friends of the Lower Calaveras River is a grassroots organization, all volunteer organization that's interested in the well-being of this watershed. And we're pursuing that by advocacy on behalf of watershed health, environmental monitoring, vegetation and water quality monitoring, and mostly education and outreach. If you don't get to know something pretty well, you can't really learn to love it or appreciate it. Just getting people out here to look closely, look carefully at things, and particularly the youth of the community, develop some interest in what was here, seeing some interesting stuff, and talking about interesting history. All of that would lead people to appreciate the resource in a different way. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional biologist. They don't pay me to do this stuff. So anything I do out here, I figure is a bonus. Nobody else is paying attention, but I am. I tend to be a kind of visual person. I'm interested in form, pattern, all the things that artists or painters or photographers would talk about. And I look at stuff. I'm always looking at things. One of the important features of this site is that it's a tidal site. The height of the water, there's basically very little water flowing downstream right now, but the height of the water will vary about 4 feet through the day. And right now we're at a very low tide. I can tell that because I can see the end of the island sticking out of the water here. Off we go. Every week I'm out here, inevitably I find something I didn't notice before. And the goal is, I guess, what's the next new thing to find? What's the next new thought to have? I don't think there's any real objective beyond that. It's pure curiosity. We're all surrounded by opportunities or choices. The people walking across the bridge, they have an opportunity to look at the river and to learn something about it. They might not choose to take that opportunity. That's what we're trying to do, is get their attention. Take a look. Here's what you might see down there. I want people to think of the natural areas around the community as real natural areas. Yeah, it's not Yosemite, it's not Yellowstone, but you have natural areas in your community. What's the value of paying attention to one little place and knowing a lot about it? Heck, that's what John Muir did, only he just had a bigger territory, you know. There need to be more of those people.